Alright, welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zaf here. Let's jump in and do an updated shop guide when it comes to not only the free play shop, but also the pay to win shop as well. I'll give you some very important industry secrets that'll make you save a buttload of money, that way you don't waste a dime, and that way you maximize on your purchases. And speaking of purchase, I do want to mention, there's this brand new package right here. This one's honestly the best value I've ever seen in the game so far, giving us up to 8,000 diamonds in value, 4,000 essence, and 4,000 diamonds for a very, very low cost. So do consider this if you're a pay-to-win player that doesn't spend too much money, but I do want to have you consider one more thing when it comes to the shop itself, that being abusing this right here. If we jump out, you'll see this purchase here is absolutely cranked up when it comes to the Hunter Association Pass. This is overpowered. Not only do you get daily rewards here, but you get a 50% off discount coupon, making every other purchase you make half off. So you could buy this and save on anything else in the shop that you want. But I do want to mention one thing. To get the maximum value out of this, you want to combine this with the diamond discount coupon as well. So let's say you buy this pass right here, you then get the pass here with the 50% discount, then you go all the way in here in the shop, and if you want to spend money, of course, you can buy this right here depending on your budget. I do want to mention that this depends on your budget, but something a lot of pay-to-win players can do is buy this right here, get 125 summons and 7,000 plus diamonds. But then what you want to do is, after you buy this, it costs around the $30 mark. You want to jump into here and use your discount coupon for 30% off, apply that, then use your diamonds for another 70 summons, giving you close to 200 summons of value for $30. That is one of the best buys in the game. Of course, considering your monthly pass as well, that's another good buy because your account becomes kind of overpowered in a sense, where you do get bonus stacks when it comes to your keys, which does help out a ton if you're lazy. If you want to use your keys later on, you can do that, so keep that in mind. That pass comes with so many benefits. But enough of the shop, I do want to jump in and cover the exchange shop too. Then we'll jump back into the pay-to-win shop so you can see what the best purchases are, of course, because there's a lot of them in here. And I do want to mention, especially for shops like the Battlefield Time Exchange, this one has a lot of purchases you should consider, but a lot of purchases you should probably avoid as well. I'll cover that in this video, of course, that way you know exactly what to buy. But very quickly everyone, if you want a bunch of free codes, make sure you go to the link down below and support us. It is 100% free. You press that, press yes, and you're done. Then you're supporting. Then you just wait a few hours after supporting. You press this button right here, the My Page button. Then you go all the way down, receive benefits. You will get 5 codes sent to you. You do have to wait, but you'll get them. We have so many benefits right here for essence, zones, and more. So make sure you join that way. You don't miss out, of course. But also, speaking of miss, we have 2 first commenters that didn't miss at all. We have Aiden and also we have David C, who are the first commenters on the last 2 videos. Here's shouts and enjoy those juicy exclusive Discord roles, of course. And I guess speaking of Discord server, we have over $300 in giveaways right now for supporters. You just join our server, then you press the enter button, very easy, but make sure you follow the instructions, that way you don't miss out on the hundreds of dollars in giveaways we have. We have a lot of them, so join, that way you don't miss out, of course. And I do want to mention, one thing you do not want to miss is the lucky capsule draw. Pay to win a free play. You want to make sure you jump in and do it. You get discount coupons, but also you get free summons and essence zones. It is very important because also in the web shop, there is discount coupons as well. Right here you can see we have 60% special web shop exclusive bundle coupon. These are actually kind of crazy because there's a very, very, very specific package in here that's pretty good for new players or veteran players. You can buy it. I think every single update it pumps in here, giving you 150 summons, so not too bad. Yeah, resets every month actually. That's the reset point, so pretty good. You get 1.5 million gold as well, so keep that in mind. There's a lot of purchases in here and discounts in here that you do want to check out. So do jump in if you can. Now, when it comes to shop here, exchange shop, there's things I recommend buying, things I recommend avoiding. When it comes to the Battlefield Time Exchange, the number one purchase for me would have to be this right here, the Abyssal Crystals. This is for me the rarest resource in the game, giving you so much bonus power coming in for shadows, so keep that in mind. But a lot of free-play players might not want to get this, and they might want to rather, of course, get the rate-up tickets. These are obviously a very scarce resource too, where of course you could jump in and make the argument and say, well, Zaf, do I really need more Shadow Army power versus getting more advances coming in when it comes to my hunters? Well, good point. It's up to you and depends on the goals you have. I feel like the Abyssal Crystals are very, very, very rare, but I would say for most of you, you should get enough, I guess, material to get both of these right here, though I guess you could mix it up. I mean, 350 isn't too bad for 5 tickets. You can buy it, of course, but these Abyssal Crystals are very rare. You'll thank me later on, so do consider it. If you're new to the game, I mean, maybe not the best purchase right off the bat, but it is something you want to buy, of course, or consider. We have other purchases here as well. When it comes to Skill Rune Transcendent Stone Selection Chests, these are very, very, very good too. These right here are one of the only ways to get a selection chest as a free-play player or pay to win, so you can consider this as well. If you want to get a very specific rune to the Transcendent mark, this is one of the most valuable buys you can make, but there's really no rush in a sense. There's a lot of sources for the random chests that you can get over time, so it depends on how rushed you are. If you're pressed to get the most damage coming in, it's an alright buy, but you have to remember, there's marks of time in here as well, and these are so good. 100 here they can buy for 800, not too bad as a purchase, and this right here, marks of time 250 for 1500, not too bad at all. I would say when it comes to Hunter Exclusive Weapon Designs, although it's a very strong buy, it isn't one of the top purchases for me. I wouldn't consider it because we get a lot of these materials here. I have close to how many? Let's see here. We have 189, so you don't use them too often. I would honestly pick these summons first, even the shadow material. Much better any marks of time. That is my pick though. It's up to you what you want. When it comes to shop here, it's all based on your opinions and what your account needs right now. Do not let someone else decide for you. Pick the stuff you need and not the stuff people tell you to, of course. But I would say for me and for most people, getting the rate up tickets is very good. Getting this right here when it comes to the Abyssal Crystals is very good too. And 3 hours then, yeesh, I gotta take a break. And these right here when it comes to the marks of time is very good too. I would say the selection chest is not bad depending on where your account is. The Trace of Shadow too, I mean, we get 10 per buy. 180 isn't too bad, but still a bit expensive. Trace of Shadow are one of the more easier materials to get, so do keep that in mind, of course. When you do gates, you get a ton of them coming in, so it isn't the most scarce resource, but when it comes to weapon designs, you might say you're starting out, and of course you need a lot of SSR weapons coming in for hunters, so again, a lot of good buys here. Just maintain the balance between if you need power, if you need summons, or if you need more damage coming in, it's totally up to you. Those are the best buys though, of course. Then we have the Proof of the Strong exchange, an exchange where you can flex or you can pick the resources you want. Now, when it comes to resources, obviously, we do have the selection chest. I mean, when it comes to cores, not too bad. If you're lacking a very specific core, this could be a good way to get it, but not the best purchase. You can get cores pretty easily. At a cost of 100, it isn't a break your bank type of buy, but these resources are very tough to get. We're only at 1400 now, and it's been a very long time, so do keep that in mind. When it comes to regular purchases though, I mean, we do have the chests here as well. These are very good. If you're short on artifacts, this is a fantastic buy. So again, keep that in mind. When it comes to spending your resources on titles and stuff, you could do that. Depends on what you're looking for, depends on what you want. This right here, where we only get one, is kind of ridiculous. We need 10 of these to make a weapon all the way to level 100. If I'm correct, of course, let me jump in and show you. If we jump into an artifact, you can see right here, let's do enhance, let me do reforge. You can see right here, we need 10 of those resources. So the cost for one was absolutely not justified in the shop, at least to me. I mean, 3,200 is kind of crazy. I'd much rather just get a level 100 artifact, right? This makes no sense to me at all. The chest is much better value. I mean, come on. You get to pick the artifact you want. Though I guess with this, of course, you can upgrade an artifact you have already, but I wouldn't do that. Not worth it. This right here, too, not worth it at all. We're not really using this resource right here when it comes to a token of proven strength, so you could buy these, right? You can buy these artifact ship enhancements if you need them. Not a bad buy. I'm going to save mine for now. We never know what's going to come in the shop, but I do want to mention when it comes to titles, I mean, you just have to buy them. It's kind of like, I don't even know, it's a prestige symbol, right? You want to buy it, you want to get the strong title. I can't believe I wasted 30,000 on this title here. Insane, but we're strong now, which is good. These here as well, these do leave the shop after a certain time, basically on the dev's whim, so keep that in mind. This card is actually kind of amazing. A gold wallpaper for your card badge. Pretty juicy if you ask me. So again, these are all okay buys. When it comes to the mana crystal exchange though, these are buys you make every single day. You should get the dungeon mission unity key, this right here, so I can show you. You should also get marks of time. This is a very good buy, 5 every single day. It does add up. We also have the shadow skill scrolls. These are very good too. We have the hunter skill scrolls as well. These are a must buy, trust me. Over time, as you keep on getting more hunters and as you keep leveling up their skills, you want these scrolls coming in as much as possible. They go away in an instant. And of course, the Battlefield Chaos Key for your gems. You need this, trust me. You want to make sure you get your gems coming in. But speaking of gems, I do want to mention, actually let me check here. Yeah, we covered everything. I want to mention though, when it comes to advanced mana crystals, these are not a bad buy too. You do need to loft them. When there's an update and we need to craft, these are like the #1 thing you want, so keep that in mind. You do want at least a good balance, a few thousand here or there. So you do want that as well, depending on your balance right now when it comes to the crystals themselves. When it comes to chips, you can buy those too. Depends on your needs. Same with this right here. It's not a bad purchase, but it just depends on your needs. Everything here kind of depends on your needs. All these purchases here, but when it comes to these right here, these bottom ones where I purchased already, these are a must buy in my opinion. But as I was saying, speaking of gems, there's one thing I do want to mention right here in the Celebration Shop Exchange. This is a very good purchase as well. The Lucky Gem Chest, I mean, we always need more gems coming in, and getting a bunch of chests is super helpful. We got 30 right there, and every single one of these gives us a chance at getting some gems coming in. So do keep that in mind. Let me show you. I'll show you what we get so you can see exactly how good they are. So where's that 30 I just got? I can never... ever. I know it's looking at me right in the face. I can never find it. There it is. Told you. Let me use 30. Let me show you what we get and use. You can see right here, we got actually a pretty terrible haul, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's not a bad buy. What else do we have in here when it comes to the regular currency? Remember, when it comes to the gems, that was regular. I would say when it comes to skill scrolls, another good place to buy them. You can get 15 as well for 1500. Again, not too bad. These are okay buys. And I mean, depending if you want more mana power elixirs, you can buy them too. When it comes to the premium currency though, there's only one thing you should buy every single time. That is the special player's weapon design. Depending on how much resources you have in the premium currency, this is always a must buy. This is so good because you have to consider you get free jinwoo weapons to craft, the latest weapons that come out, and you have to consider the fact that getting the weapon you want takes hundreds and hundreds of summons. So imagine a guaranteed way to craft it. You already know this is one of the best buys in the game, so please consider it. You want to make sure you always buy it. And here, I'm going to buy it right there. When it comes to mana power extracts, it's okay, depending if you want skill levels coming in, but not the #1 best buy. And rate up tickets, honestly, not too bad. 10 tickets for 200 is okay, but again, remember, that is one ticket right here when it comes to weapon designs. So the equivalency here doesn't really match up. Getting a guaranteed weapon versus a random SR, it could be the rate up hunter or not, so keep that in mind. There's guaranteed value and there's randomized value. So again, you want to weigh your options, weigh the odds. Everything when it comes to gacha games is randomized, which drives us crazy, of course. So you want to make the best decisions, but that's pretty much it for the premium currency. This right here is the best buy. Rate up tickets is good, and these depending on what you want, but this saves you so many summons. Oh my gosh. But I think that's everything when it comes to shop. We have the weapon materials exchange as well. I mean, honestly, when it comes to premium currency, it's pretty much always buying this right here, the Hunter Weapon Design. If you're starting out and you really want to get those weapon levels coming in, some people have said these special designs are a okay buy, but I highly advise against it. 150 per for one special design. You have to be crazy, not worth it. It's probably one of the least worth it options in the shop for me. But if you really want one, I mean, be my guest, buy it. But I just don't recommend it. When it comes to regular currency though, honestly for me, there's really only one buy that you should get, of course, that being Marks of Time. These are very expensive. I mean, you can see right here, it costs almost 50,000 for 250, but again, these are not easy to get. The shop does resets, so if I had to buy one thing from the shop here, using the general currency, it is the Marks of Time, of course. And one shop we almost forgot about was actually a guild shop. It was hidden away, so I do want to cover the best purchases here as well. When it comes to tickets, honestly not a bad buy, especially if you're free to play. I mean, 5 summons every single week does add up, so do consider it. That is a pretty good buy. When it comes to everything else in here though, I mean, the only thing from these 2 rows here besides summons would be the Trace as a Shadow. Getting 30 for 200 isn't the best value, but it's something you can get if you're desperate for. Trace a Shadow, of course. The other buys here are honestly much better because there's a lot of rare materials here. I would say the workshop ticket is honestly one of the best buys in here. For a 301 ticket is actually worth it. Do not sleep on it, of course. Getting another workshop entry is a huge help when it comes to cores, corp grade material, and the enhancement material. It is very helpful. We do have this as well, the Abyssal Essence. This is very expensive, but it is also very rare. You can see right here I have 14. This is something I always buy if I have the coins. It is a must by my opinion. These are one of the rarest resources in the game period, so do consider it. If you want to progress the shadows, if you want more shadow army power, this is the way to go. Mana imbued fabrics, never. Mana power extracts, maybe, if you really need one, but at a cost of 270, I don't love it, but it's actually okay value, so you can consider, of course. We have Abyssal Energy, which is a huge no. We have Battlefield Chaos Key, no, no, no. We have Abyssal Fragment, no. These 3 right here, I would say when it comes to the Demon Knight Spear Fragment, this is a must-buy for everyone. At least get the weapon to 85, you get the army bonus, and you get a good light weapon coming in. It's up to you though. If you're pay to win and you already have light weapons, this could be a buy you skip. Totally up to you. Getting 85 weapons is very good for your armory, of course, so do consider it. But when it comes to these chests right here, I would say personally, if you have bonus coins left over, they're actually not a bad buy, even if you're starting out. It's kind of like an investment in your future, right? Since you do not need these right away, but they do help out a ton. Getting these very rare materials, as you can see right here. Did I get anything good? Oh, Sonic Explosion, not too bad, I'll take it. Anything else here of value? I'm sure there's a few little ones in here, like Bombardment, sure, we'll take it. How about this? Is it Detonation? Not too bad. So we get some pretty good ones from time to time. That's the issue. It's from time to time. We're never guaranteed good ones, so based on the large room pool we have, it might be a good option to jump in and always buy these when you can. The Blasting Stone's not as important unless they change a feature when it comes to Blasting Stone and Rune Amplification, which is coming in the next update, so you might need even more of these coming in. We'll see though. But again, this is a buy you can consider, of course, depending on where you're in the game, but it's not a must buy for sure in the beginning, so do take note. Those are the best buys in the Guild Shop exchange, of course, but when it comes to buffs, I mean, there's only 3 buffs in here that you should consider ever. Uncontrollable Power is very good if you want bonus guild boss damage coming in, so do consider it. We have this right here as well. It increases your POD damage. Unless you're really tight for the first place spot, I wouldn't buy it. That's not a good buy. This right here though is very good if you're saving your activity funds, which you should be doing. Every single update you should claim and save for the next update coming out. That way when the brand new update does hit, you have a lot of funds to claim, or if you want more EXP coming in, that's not a good way to get it. By buying the buff, of course. Well, besides that, there's obviously one more buff that I do recommend if you're struggling in the battlefield time. This buff does carry forward, giving you 300 in every single stat that you have. This right here, Trinity Force, not too bad. Attack, defense, and HI 300. It does help out, trust me. But obviously when it comes to Grim Reaping, you should avoid this. This is not one you should buy. Totally skip it, trust me. We've never bought this before at all. Now let's jump back into the rest of the shop. Now with the free play shop covered, I do want to mention the regular shop here. Today's theme, generally speaking, is very bad. The only time I buy anything from here would have to be if there is some Marks time in there, or if there's, I guess, shadow materials. Sometimes, rarely, I'll buy it, but not anymore, honestly speaking. These are very expensive. You do get your money back kind of when it comes to summons, but not worth it in my eyes unless, of course, there's a material in here that you desperately need. When it comes to diamonds, though, I mean, these right here in the shop, not too bad. If you have the 1+1 event, it's pretty good, but you always have to consider there's always going to be event purchases that are going to be absolutely bonkers when it comes to value. Like this right here, we get 8,000 diamond equivalency counts worth of value here, which is not too bad at all. Remember, 8,000 for 15. If we go down back to the diamond shop here, you can see if we want 8,000 diamonds, nothing really compares. This gives us around 5,200, but still, we're far off for around 3 times the cost. So do consider when it comes to, I guess, the best values in the update shops, you always want to check to see what's in here, especially if you're resource hunting. We have workshop tickets here. That is always a solid buy if you're pay to win. But consider what I mentioned before in the start of the video, where we do have this right here to maximize on your discounts. You have to buy the monthly pass and then use the discount here and use another discount right here to stack all those discounts. But there is one thing in the shop that I always recommend every single person buy if you want to start your pay-to-win adventure, like I mentioned before, the pass. Nothing beats this pass right here. The #1 purchase, bar none. No one could argue otherwise. It's so darn good. We have auto mining coming in, bonus slots for artifacts, we have discount coupons, we have daily rewards, special login benefits, we have so much use here. And remember, we have special summons as well, where 2 or more SRs will appear. Let me show you. Let me jump in if you're new to the game. This is a bonkers, bonkers purchase to make. Let me confirm. We get 30 summons coming in, and watch the SRs we have right here. Let me confirm, and boom. So you can pick from any of these here and pick the double SR summon. So boom, Thomas, Andre, and Akari. What a beautiful combo. What else do we get here? We have, I'm skipping that one. Harper, I'm gone. What else do we have here? DKD and Gina, not too bad too. So you just confirm it. You get 1 ticket every single month, and you pick the summon you want. You can do a summon every 2 weeks, so do consider that. You can optimize to see whether or not you get good summons here, or if you want to wait until 2 weeks later to pick the summons you want. So this right here is the best purchase period. The monthly pass is so good. I recommend anyone and everyone who wants to pay to win to please buy it, please. I'm begging you. Now, joke aside though, it is a very good buy. We obviously have the other monthly passes too. These are good. I don't think it beats the other pass in my eyes, but these are very good depending on what you want. I do prefer sweeps. Sweeps are always so nice to get, and we get custom draws too, so it depends what you want. Bonus EXP, bonus gold, bonus activity fund awards. You get diamonds as well, but this is good if you want essence stones, of course. You get so much bonus essence daily, a ton of it actually. You get 8,100 in total, which is nuts, and the bonus 2,500 right away, so do keep that in mind. And the diamonds too, not a bad buy, and gold, a lot of awards here. Both of these are good. They are priced fairly, which is very nice, so keep that in mind. Another fantastic buy. And when it comes to the hunter passes, not too bad as well. They're not the best. They're okay. They're a bit pricey because if we jump in here, we have this pass right here, the main one, the deluxe pass. This one's kind of similar if you do not use this discount coupon to the strategy I mentioned earlier, so keep that in mind. Although it's a good buy, it's not the best one out there. It's good, don't get me wrong, especially the diamond pass right here, giving us a lot of awards like the mana power extracts, not too bad at all. So again, always keep in mind these purchases. There is a lot to be had, but a lot to be lost as well. This pass is okay too. I mean, depending if you want towards... Oh wow, we unlocked a lot of tiers, so I think they fixed it. I think it was bugged before where we didn't get all the words coming out, or they changed it up anyways. This one's okay for the Shoutout material. We get the very rare Abyssal Crystal, so keep that in mind, but overall this pass is fairly mid. It's more of a late game pay-to-win purchase, and we have the Advanced Pass here, the Hunter Pass. When it comes to Hunter Passes, there's always a trade-off depending on what you want. This one's fairly balanced, giving you mana power extracts and summons and weapon designs, not too bad, and scrolls too and artifact chips, so you always want to pick the purchases that give you the best benefit, not just always looking at value, but I do prefer the value route of course. But that's pretty much it for the best purchases per se in the shop. There's a lot of things in here, but a lot of things that don't really reflect value per se. We do have these two, but these are mostly pay-to-win purchases. I mean, do you really need Transcendent, Blessing Stones, and Runes coming in right now, where you do need more summons? Or do you really want the artifact modification tickets to use artifacts right away? It's up to you. You always have to consider the pros and cons of each buy. There's a lot of good things in here, like this right here that I do recommend a lot of you do buy if you want, of course. The workshop tickets for 1,000 essence stones. Not too bad if you ask me. I mean, I always buy it. I even buy the diamond ones every single week, so up to you. Do you want the workshop materials or not? The 1,000 essence is worth it if you are not free to play. If you're paid to win, go for it. If you're free to play, I mean, unless you're desperate, don't do it. But that covers the shop. A very quick crash course, of course, when it comes to missions, so let me just mention that really quick. the reverse story mission purchases are the best, so keep that in mind. But that is it. No, one more thing here, I'm so sorry. The bonus tab is amazing because you can see the free SSRs you get. In this case, nothing too crazy, honestly. We can get a bonus copy of the Venom Fang, but usually there's hunters in here. Let me see, any hunters in here? No, just weapons? Wow, that's kind of shocking. Yeah, only weapons straight up, so up to you. This week is skippable in a sense where you're not getting hunters that'll really progress you. Only weapons, scatty useless. This weapon, it's okay, but kind of useless. The Grimoire, though, it's pretty good. So, bonus tab, maybe you don't have to buy this week, but you do get a legendary skill rune, so not too bad, right? Pretty good buy. You get 3 SSRs and a legendary skill rune for around 40 bucks. I mean, that's fair, right? 40 bucks for all that. That is good value, similar to the special summon. So, anyways, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop your like, make sure to subscribe as well, but also do not forget to, of course, support us for free on Emerald Supporter Program. That way, I can send you a bunch of juicy codes like the ones you see here. There are 5 codes available, so don't forget to support us and enjoy. But on that note, this is your Code King Zaf, signing out.